Are you ready? Hey, think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters.
I am the queen here, the cream of the crop, and there is no one that does it better than the Macho Man Randy Savage. Woo! I've got the style and profile like never before. Well, let me tell you something, brother. I'm the man.
I am the best wrestler in the world.
They call me Hot Rod. Everybody knows it. I don't have to say what I am, because I've done it. It's showtime, folks.
Well, welcome everybody to the Real Marks of Long Island. We had a big weekend in professional wrestling, specifically the WWE and AAA, but the thing that has shocked me to my core is Monday Night Raw, but there is a lot to cover tonight in this episode. Before we get into it, Justin, how you doing today, my dude?
I'm doing well, gearing up, should I say, for my first Father's Day. So
that's right.
Yeah. So getting ready for that. That's actually gonna be my first day off from work in 2 weeks. So I'm looking forward to it. Just ready to talk some wrestling, bro. Let's go.
Amen. I mean, I just want to put out there that I went 4 for 4. I would have been 5 for 5 at Money in the Bank predictions because the Dom Mysterio Octagon Junior match was the last minute edition. I would have picked Dom anyway, so I would have went 5 for 5. But I went 4 for 4 with my predictions. I was very proud of my at bat. I was actually shocked with Worlds Collide that LWO took the loss, and then Elgato de Fantasma, they won. I didn't expect the bad guys to come out on top on that match.
I did not either, bro. I was for Worlds Collide, because obviously I work Saturdays. So I was just like working. I had it up on my phone. I'm cutting strip steaks and ribeyes and everything, dude, trying to watch. And then I was able to watch back afterwards finally. But how electric is Mr. Iguana, bro?
Dude,
how electric is he?
I mean, look at HBK Shawn Michaels over there. He's got the iguana in his hand, and he has a promo for NXT. I mean, he's taking the world by storm right now, and rightfully so, because that man has some charisma and he's got a good gimmick. I'm not gonna lie.
It's awesome. I gotta find a puppet iguana like on Amazon so I could put him like right next to my Rangers belt, right before WWE sells iguanas for like $100 a pop. I gotta find one on Amazon. Whoever's producing that iguana, you gotta get him on the cheap before the product skyrockets.
Oh, I could see the iguana coming out in WWE shop within the week. There's no way they don't capitalize on that.
I wouldn't. They should, and I think they're going to. But also, how about Chad Gable? Chad Gable, him and his best friend El Grande Americano, they both had one hell of a Saturday. Should I just say one hell of a Saturday? Unreal performance, incredible.
Yeah, and it seems like there was no LA traffic to stop the likes of Stephanie Bakir. There was no LA traffic to stop Dom Mysterio and Liv. I mean, I watched majority of the weekend or the Saturday live. It was a lot of fun. It was, my birthday weekend, so I was, out and doing things, but I had it on my phone a bunch and just tuning in and out. It was just a lot of fun, and the wrestling was really top tier. And talking about Money in the Bank and we have more Money Bank winners. We were not surprised by the winners. I don't know if people watching are surprised by who was chosen. Justin and I, we have, I guess, an eye for the business, and we knew what was going forward for those winners. We have Naomi, we have Seth Rollins. I mean, come on.
However, you did beat me at Money in the Bank with picking Cody and Jay. If I had known that Ron Killings was coming back, I would have went the other way. My God, what a return! What an unexpected. I dude, it was incredible. Like, I was watching with my wife, and I had a feeling, like, we were texting. I was texting with a few of the Body Slam guys and gals. I was like, there's a reason why this match is going on last. And I did not expect it to be Ron Killings. I had no clue, bro. It was crazy.
Dude, I thought for a second it was going to be the fourth member of the Seth Rollins Alliance. I did not know who to expect at first. I just saw this body come out and just like spear Cena, and I'm like, is Seth gonna cash in on John? Like, what? I'm like, what's happening? I was like, is this really what's gonna happen? And then when Ron Killings took his mask off, I was like, holy crap. And what a promo by him on Monday. I listened, I was intent. He had my full attention, every word, and you can see like he's ready. He's taking this by storm. He had he was on the what's Bully Ray's podcast that they have
Busted Open.
Busted Open. He was on Busted Open, like making another performance too. Like, I can't wait to see this version of Ron Killings.
With Ron Killings, we kind of figured, like, once they released the merch that night, we said, oh, it's Ron Killings. That's different. It's not our truth. And then that promo, man, they just let him fly. He's not tired of being the comic, the comedic actor, wrestler. He's bringing back the NWA world champion. He's going to come back. This run is going to be incredible. I mean, he looks like a badass with the designs in his head. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait. I hope he gets a title. I don't think it's going to be a world title. Who knows? We don't know where this is going to go, but clearly they're listening to the people. The people wanted our truth. They want the truth, and they got the truth. And Ron Killings crushed that promo.
And people are itching for Ron to beat Cena now. I mean, I don't think that's going to happen. I think WWE, I think TKO have a plan for this. I'm pretty sure it's going to go back to Cody Rhodes, but that would go full circle if Ron Killings was the man to dethrone John Cena. And part of me thinks that, like, if Court's listening, she's going to dagger me, but part of me thinks that, like, it would be like a full circle moment for him, and I think the fans would love it. I think you could build a story to John Cena seeing what he did to someone who cherished him. It was, our true childhood hero is John Cena, and look what he did to him. And, maybe what he's doing is wrong, and he ends up losing to him. I think it would be a perfect story.
I mean, did John Cena break our truth? Did him getting that belt to the face? I mean, obviously there was other things, but we can say that John Cena broke our truth and lit a fire and brought back Ron Killings. So is it a thank you, John Cena, for bringing back Ron Killings?
Yeah. Thank you, Cena. That's one of the only times I'll say it.
Yeah, thank you, Cena.
But yeah, I can't, like, there's so many things that happen in especially WWE right now that, like, I don't even know what to expect half the time. And look what happened. I'm going to cut right to it. Monday night, main event. Jey Uso, Gunther, World Heavyweight Championship. I did not expect that. I'm kind of disappointed, but at the same time, I think we all know what they're gunning for SummerSlam. You and Court both mentioned this on the pod before, but I feel bad for Jey. I mean, people are trying to, like, I've been watching online, and people have just been trying to, like, relate to his title reign with the likes of, like, a Seth Rollins or a Randy Orton, or like these quick title runs. John Cena's had quick title runs that has elevated him to the next level, which I could see. But at the same time, with how stacked the Raw roster is he really going to get this World Heavyweight Championship back?
No, he's not. And I don't think it's going to be anytime too soon. Obviously, we had known the rumors about Goldberg and his potential final match and how they were lining up Gunther for that. And then this past week, the Viper or Corey, forgetting which one it was off the top of my head, but over at Body Slam pretty much confirmed that Goldberg's set to be at Monday Night Raw this week. So 2 or 3 weeks ago, once we knew about this Gunther Jay match, it seemed like it was lining up to be and new because they want to get this match with Goldberg and Gunther. I'm hoping. I mean, I saw that it's probably going to be a Saturday Night Main Event. I'm hoping.
Oh.
That's what I was hoping. If it's at SummerSlam, I'm going to be pissed. Like straight up, if I see Goldberg walking down the ramp at MetLife Stadium, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be visibly upset that if that's one of the matches that they put on at the biggest party of them all in the summer. So hopefully it happens at a Saturday Night Main Event. We rid our hands of that. We poo-poo that, say, all right, whatever, that's in the past, and we move on. We move forward to SummerSlam. But expect obviously Goldberg on Monday night.
Yeah, and I guess it depends on who wins this men's side of the King of the Ring tournament, because I was actually shocked to see that, Cody's in this. He's in the tournament, and after pinning the WWE champion, at Money in the Bank, he's not just getting a title shot. He's going to have to go through the ranks, which to me, I didn't think was going to happen. I'm just like, Monday kind of shocked me a lot, for good and for bad. And I guess it's in a sense good because it's keeping me on my toes and I don't know the route they're going to take. So that's good. Like, it keeps me on my toes and I keep guessing, but I don't necessarily if I fully agree with it, but I'll see as that story unfolds. But yeah, I thought Goldberg was like hurt when he was training or something as of recently. That's why I don't think it's going to be like soon. That's why I think it's going to like delay into SummerSlam or something.
I think Goldberg said that he got hurt like 4 different times.
Yeah.
Prepping for this last match. Like it was his hamstring, it was this and that. Like I take a hint, dude. Like if you're constantly getting hurt, like I think the main reason why he wants to do this final match is because he wants his son with him.
Yeah.
He wants Gage to walk down the ramp with him, get him noticed on WWE TV.
Yeah.
And then whatever. I saw his son got the same tattoo as him, so it's like, is it going to be the next Goldberg? I don't know. Whatever. Let it happen. Just know what's going to happen. It's going to be Gunther. It's got to be Gunther. I'd be stunned if Goldberg beats Gunther. But yeah, that's it.
But do you think it really needs to be for the title? Because at the end of the day, like, if it's for the title, there's no way. If it's a retirement match, how is Goldberg winning? I feel like that's like a throwaway for a title match.
I mean, I don't see Goldberg winning anyway, especially against Gunther. If he's going up against Gunther, it doesn't matter. Like put the title on the line at that point because it doesn't matter. He's still losing.
It's true.
There's no way if you're putting Goldberg against our now 2-time world champion Gunther, there's no way in hell he's losing. No way. It's impossible. 0. But I wanted to bring up the Fatal 4-Way on the men's side that just happened this past Monday. We saw Sami Zayn defeat Braun Breaker, Penta, and Dominic Mysterio to advance. Now, we kind of saw Sami take advantage of a certain situation that happened during the match, and he, gets the victory. I'm happy for him. The one thing that I'm annoyed about, and you probably didn't get to see it unless you saw on social media, but because I use a VPN, I'm somewhere else and I get to see all the whatever's happening during the commercial breaks. There was a vital segment backstage after the match between Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. And it was Kross saying, that's the Sami that I want to see. You took advantage. You did what you had to do. That's the side that I want to see. Like, they're still building that story. But the only way people in America that are watching, if you're not using a VPN, you're not seeing that unless you see it on social media. Like, that's a vital part of this whole Sammy saga right now. Like, that, it just pisses me off that you're not seeing that. And the fact that Sammy's like, no, I am good enough. Like, I won that on my own. I'm going to be a world champion. I total shot out of the blue here, but that mystery spot on the Raw side, could it potentially be Karrion Kross? And then you have Sammy on one side, Karrion on another. Could they have, I mean, that would screw Cody, but could you have Karrion and Sammy at Night of Champions in Saudi to see who goes on to face, let's say, Gunther at SummerSlam?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to, like, I love Karrion Kross. I feel like the WWE is not going to just throw him as like a question mark guy, and I feel like I hope that they see a huge viewership increase on his videos. I hope there's like hundreds of thousands, millions of views on his segments that aren't airing in the US, so that way people and the WWE understand, like, this guy is really over, and we need to, like, not use his segments for commercial breaks in the US, which to me, it's so frustrating that we're the only country that gets these dumb commercial breaks. And I would honestly pay more a month just to not have those commercial breaks so I can see those segments and whatever. Like, I could easily go get use a VPN, pretend I'm in freaking Canada or something. But I don't get why they disrespect the man that much and don't really listen to the fans when it comes to Karrion Kross. But the way I think it's going to happen is, I think it's going to be Cody Sammy at Saudi, and I think if it comes down to it, Sammy's not going to pull the trigger, and it's going to come back to haunt him, and Karrion's just going to be all over his ass.
So we've always said that we both believe that we get the rematch at SummerSlam, Cody Cena. But it's just something's not, I don't know. Something's not sitting right with me now after seeing what happened with Sammy and the backstage whole thing that he's got going on, Karrion Kross. I just don't know where else you would put Cody at SummerSlam if he's not in that world title picture. So like, there's still like part of me that's like, all right, it's still no matter what going to end up being Cena and Cody. But yeah, I guess Cody is technically SmackDown, and whoever wins the tournament gets a title shot at their brands.
Yeah, their brand.
Their brand. So Cody can lose, actually, now that I think about it, because then right there you got Sammy against Gunther, and that brings that whole story back, and you just keep going off when you find the way for Cody. Yeah, so actually, Cody's not going to win this tournament. I'm saying it right now. I played it all out. You just watched me like put the puzzle pieces together like live, and now I do not think Cody is going to win this night at this King of the Ring tournament.
Hey, you didn't think Cody's going to win at Money in the Bank. I would agree with you if they would have used the stipulation that Cody pinned the champ, he should be getting a title shot, but they're not. They're throwing Cody in this tournament. So in a real world, like in this story that's playing out in WWE with Cena, like, he's not going to just give Cody a shot. I already beat you. I took the title off you. We're done with that. He's got his eyes set on CM Punk, making CM Punk take the blood money and go to Saudi to wrestle him for the WWE Championship. So I can't see any other way where Cody gets back into the WWE Championship fold unless he wins this tournament.
Yeah, no, it seems to like Cena, like all of Cena's opponents lately have just been like, oh, I'm just going to show up, confront you, and now boom, we're going to have a match. Happened with Orton, happened now with Punk, So I don't feel like there's not enough time left. Like John Cena said it on Monday. There's 13, 14 appearances left.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. There's not enough time to have this proper build up anymore. Like this is just going to be the matches that we've wanted to see. So I could see it. Like Cody will have a match at Night of Champions, somewhere, and maybe that match, we'll see what ends up happening, but that could build towards whatever. Something's got to happen where after Night of Champions, Cody and Cena get back together and they start going at it again. Somehow it won't probably make sense to us, but at this point, with the limited amount of appearances that Cena has left, it's kind of just got to be what it is.
Yeah. And I want to reach out to the people talking shit about my boy CM Punk taking the blood money. I want to say, if you were in WWE and you'd be able to fight John Cena for the WWE Championship at Night of Champions for a huge fucking paycheck, you'd take that shit. Don't say you wouldn't. I don't care what you're going to say. You'd do it for the limelight, for the match against Cena, and for the money. And he said when he came back, he ain't making friends in this industry. He's here to make some money, and this is going to be his biggest paycheck. So fuck off.
I mean, it's going to be a paycheck. That's for damn sure. But we also had Bayley return. So Bayley came back. She attacked Becky Lynch. She attacked the Man. So that's clearly, I believe that's where we're going with that. For SummerSlam, we will have Bayley versus Becky Lynch. Cannot wait for that. That should be a classic. And then we also had another return. We had Nikki Bella come out.
Can I talk about that?
Yeah, go for it.
I got so fucking mad with the segment between her and Io Sky. And she's like, you paved the way for us. Not to be a dick, but yeah, was Nikki Bella and the Brie Bella part of the Women's Revolution? Yeah. But don't go and have the Women's World Heavyweight Champion come on and like gas up Nikki Bella just because she's gonna promote Evolution and possibly have a match against Liv Morgan. Like, I felt that was kind of like forced. It was forced and it was weird. And I don't know who wanted that to happen, but I didn't like it. It just didn't sit right with me.
It didn't bother me. I'm just going to put it out there. It didn't bother me. She was a part of the Revolution, and it was just, I think it was just more so a sign of, or a showing of respect. So it really didn't bother me, but speaking of...
But the respect of butchering Vakir's last name, like Vakwe, what is she, French? Like
Stephanie Vakwe.
Like that's that's the shit that bothers me with some, like when legends come back and like you try and like briefly like catch up on the product. You can't take the time to like really understand like someone's name. Like I understand like messing up a little bit, but she took the last name and completely sent it to another nationality.
Yeah, she put the accent on the wrong syllable. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. But speaking of Evolution, and I thought Liv and her had a pretty
it was good,
nice back and forth, especially bringing up the divorce. I thought it was really good. It's giving some weight to what we're going to see at Evolution, and now I believe Brie went out and she said that she's in talks with WWE because she didn't like that Liv brought Nikki's divorce into the public limelight. So I don't think it's going to be a singles match between Liv and Brie. I think we're going to, Nikki, I think we're going to get the Bellas versus Liv and Raquel. I think that's ultimately the match that we're going to get at Evolution in a few weeks.
Yeah, and I do like what they're gearing up to because the back and forth was great. But also, like, I like the side of Liv that we saw, too, because we don't really see it that much. And she was serious. She was pissed. And she wanted respect on her fucking damn name. And damn right, put respect on Liv Morgan's name. She's she's had the women's tag titles the most times. She's a former women's world heavyweight champion. Like, she's got some accolades. And she's top of the game in the women's division right now. So I am excited for that. I think as long as Nikki and Brie do show up weekly, I'll be happy about it, like gearing up for Evolution. But if they don't, like, it kind of like lets it deteriorate a little bit.
Well, I think Brie did say that this is going to be. It's not going to be a one-off. This is going to be. You're going to see Brie Bella back. Like she's going to be here. She's been training. She's been getting back into ring shape, and this is going to be pretty much another mini run for Brie Bella. So I mean Nikki Bella. I keep mixing them up. I mean
They're
Nikki.
friends, it's fine.
But yeah, I know I'm excited for it. Let them get in the ring with some of the new talent that they haven't, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Do you think she's doing this little run to either try and take some limelight away from Cena, or maybe get Cena back? Who knows?
I mean,
No, I'm kidding.
I mean, for the way that Cena treated her on Total Divas,
Oh, it's bad.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt her. I wouldn't blame her if she wanted to.
But dude, that side of Cena, man, that was real heel John Cena. I know people were saying it back then.
He was
a menace. Oh, I felt so bad for her. Oh, it was rough. It definitely was rough. How about we got Mariah May, aka Blake Monroe, her official name. I'm a fan. I do like it. It does give that like same vibe as Mariah May. You know, the alliteration's not there, but I'm a fan. Blake Monroe, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, let's be honest with each other. That name could have been a lot worse. I actually enjoy it. I think it's a pretty good name. And then clearly, once we found out why, like she chose that name,
yeah,
and the reasoning behind it, her niece is named Blake. It was also after Marilyn Monroe. You know, I'm totally cool with it. I thought 2 nights ago on NXT, I liked the little character, like the little cartoon that popped up. I thought that was really cool.
Yep.
The whole segment, I think, just made her look like a star. It's clearly what they're aiming for. They're definitely going to get that. So I'm excited to see her sign that contract live next week. And I'm excited to see what else she can do. Like, I'm ready to see this Blake Monroe character take off. The one thing that I don't know if Triple H realized, but she does share her name. I saw it on X that she does share Blake Monroe, the name, with a porn star. So I don't know if that slipped through the cracks. I don't know, but hopefully they'll be able to take care of that.
Is that true? Was she posted that she does?
No. She didn't post it. Someone else posted. Like someone, how the IWC is. Someone found out the name and they looked it up and they found that. So what can you do?
Well, maybe in the near future, when you search Blake Monroe, it'll show our dear beloved Mariah May instead of whoever shows up now on Google.
Or you just do a Blake Monroe match versus Blake Monroe match, and winner keeps the name. Loser has to change the name.
I mean, we know who's going to win that one.
Blake Monroe.
Yeah, of course, easily. So SmackDown this week too. I'm pretty sure we're going to get 2 rounds of our Queen and King of the Ring. Do we think that we're going to get the Fatal 4-Way with Cody this week, or are they going to go from one side of the bracket to the other? Did they announce which one they're doing yet? I didn't see.
I was going to look that up. I actually don't know. So if anyone watching would like to let us know, while I am looking that up, I do know that it was put out there that Hikuleo is set to make his long-awaited debut in WWE, and then obviously Mass J from Body Slam was able to confirm that he does have transportation to the event. So in my eyes, is Solo's bloodline getting another member after being turned on by Jacob Fatu? Are we finally getting Hikuleo?
Or does he tag along with Jacob Fatu? Nah, Jacob Fatu's don't.
No, Jacob Fatu don't need nobody.
Yeah, he don't need no one.
He don't need nobody.
Can we talk about Solo in that Money in the Bank match? That dude is just loving life right now. Just everything, the Penta walk, The getting stopped by Jacob, and he's just like, dude, his mannerisms, I love it so fucking much. I hope this version of Solo just stays forever. I wasn't sure if we were going to get the Jacob Fatu turn on Solo, but after we saw the segment where uh, Solo said he's all gas, no brains. Oh, so good, so good. I knew it was coming, but I didn't think it was gonna be that soon. But it was awesome. It was a great moment. I can't wait for them to battle it out for the United States Championship.
It was just a matter of time, though. I mean, it just came to the point where Jacob Fatu was just so over. We knew it was going to happen. We called this from the beginning. Like once he debuted, we said he's going to outshine Solo Sikoa, and that's exactly what happened. And it happened in the matter of months. Truthfully, to me, I think it happened in the matter of weeks.
Yeah, 100%.
Like after 2 matches of Jacob Fatu in WWE, I think it was over. It was done and over. Jacob Fatu was the fan favorite of the bloodline, and Solo was left to squander. Now, Solo coming out with this, little funny guy character, doing whatever he's doing, it's giving him more life, I think. It's showing a different side of him, which I love. But it had to happen. There was no way you could keep Jacob with them any longer. I thought it was a good spot at Money in the Bank. But now I'm worried about the bloodline. I'm worried about JC Mateo. I was about to call him Jeff Cobb. JC Mateo, Solo, because he just debuted. So like, I feel like the bloodline or the new bloodline, they're losing steam quickly.
Well, would boost that a little bit with a Solo win for the United States Championship, get that feud going a little bit longer. I think that's where an additional member could really help, because at the end of the day, Jacob Fatu is a beast, but if it's a numbers game, it's a numbers game, and sometimes that numbers game just gets the best of you.
Yeah. I don't know. You just gave the title to Jacob Fatu. I want to see him run with it. Let him run, let him work, let him see what he can do. I think it would be a disservice if he lost it so quickly, especially to Solo, but it would make sense if he got screwed out and there was a numbers game, but I don't know. I
don't see it that way, because he's just like so over, and organically, and just by the little things he does in the ring, his move set, he's just the way he was, doing his little promos going to the ring. Like, he doesn't, if he loses the title, like, it's not that big of a deal to me. I think he's got a long way, and it could help put him in the WWE Championship title picture. Like, he'd be a great threat for anyone who holds that championship.
You're not wrong, but you're also like, there's no, the main event scene right now, I feel like there's just no spot for Jacob Fatu right now. Like, I feel like it's already lined up where we have Cody again, we have Cena on this end. I still want to see Punk win a world title eventually. He hasn't won a title since returning back to WWE. So I just feel like he's good where he's at right now. He's going to show that the United States title is nothing to falter at, and just he'll make that title what it is. So I don't know. I still want to just see Jacob run with it. But then, like I said, that makes me nervous for the bloodline, because I think their momentum is drastically going down. And truthfully, I don't know if a debuting Hikuleo is going to be the hump that gets them up over that,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you do have a point. I still think, I know, because overall, the bloodline as a whole has been going since 2020. Like, it's been a huge 5.5 years at this point, 5 years. And, we're on the second iteration of it. Like, look at the Judgment Day. I guess where my point comes in. Like, they've been going for a while too, and we have the second iteration, and we thought they were going to crumble how many times on this podcast, and they're still going strong. I could see the third version of it, without Liv, without Dom. I could see it with Finn, Roxanne, JD. Like, I could see the Judgment Day living on too. I think as long as they keep making appearances and doing the backstage promos and injecting themselves in conversations, that's why I think there's a shot that Solo does win the United States Championship. Because look, they're keeping the Judgment Day alive with Dom as the IC champion, and we have Raquel and Liv as the women's tag champions. I think there are ways to keep them relevant, but it just depends. And like you said, the main events scene for Monday night for Friday Night SmackDown is insane, especially with John Cena holding that belt hostage. There's still Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes if he wins it. Damian Priest is still around, like Randy Orton's on SmackDown. So like there's so much happening on SmackDown that it would be tough for Jacob Fatu to really break in there. But who knows? I think Jacob Fatu would do great if he holds it. But I think the Bloodline has more to gain if they ended up Solo taking it.
I mean, hand up. I'm holding a microphone thing. I don't know why. But hand up. I cannot believe the Judgment Day is still around.
I can't either.
I've been on this podcast saying, all right, this is the end. This is the end. This is the end. And they're still here. But they are, to be fair, now it's really getting dangerous, where you saw the backstage segment on Monday. You had the Demon Balor again. It was in the back. It was just there in plain sight. Demon Balor. So eventually, I think SummerSlam will do it. If they are still around.
You said that last year.
I was just about to say, I think we said this last SummerSlam, that it's done, they're toast, and then they bring in Liv, and they're still thriving. This SummerSlam is the end of the Judgment Day. I can't be wrong again, can I? Or
what if WWE sees what happens with Ron Killings and brings Carlito back to screw over Dom in an IC title match against Finn, and we got Finn, Carlito, Roxanne, and JD as the third version of the Judgment Day?
No one, I haven't heard the crowd chanting, "We want Lito, we want Lito, we want Lito." So I think we're good on a Carlito.
I chant it every day.
I know you
in
do.
My bathroom when I wake up with my shrine.
You're a big Carlito fan. I know, but no, I think we're good on that. The Judgment Day lives on, man. They've been going for a while too. Shit, it's been like 4 years.
Yeah, I think 3 or 4. Yeah. Who do you think's gonna win the Queen of the Ring tournament? I was very excited to see Roxanne win on Raw, but we have Chelsea Green's in there, Jade Cargill's in there, Nia Jax. I mean, I think after seeing Roxanne progress with Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan in there, like that got me very excited because that could have went any way.
I'm looking right now, and so you have Roxanne Perez already won. Clearly, I mean, I'll just give my predictions right now. I believe bottom left corner you have Jade Cargill, Mishin, Piper Niven, and Nia Jax. I think Jade Cargill wins right there. And then you got that's the match: Charlotte, Alexa, Chelsea Green, and Candice LeRae. I mean, to me, there's only like one obvious answer that's going to lose there. But obviously, I pledge allegiance to Chelsea Green. So obviously, I want to see Chelsea win. But I think it's going to be either Alexa or Charlotte. Yeah. You had that interaction between them a few weeks back. So I think that might have a callback between Charlotte and Alexa. And maybe finally, I've been saying finally, we got to get her with the Wyatt Six eventually. So maybe that's when it happens. I don't know. And then bottom right, you have a returning Asuka, Stephanie Vacque, Raquel Rodriguez, and Ivy Nile. So I think Stephanie wins there. I don't know. The sole winner, I could see Stephanie Vacque. I know there's just.
You want to hear my thoughts?
Yeah, let me hear it.
I'm cooking up something right here.
Okay.
I think Jade Cargill wins. I think she beats Tiffany, but then we have a Miss Money in the Bank roll out and
Oh
take the
boy.
title from a Jade Cargill who just won it.
Oh boy.
Like when Roman Reigns won the title and Sheamus cashed in. I see that, like, that's the vision I see for this Queen of the Ring, which would be epic.
That's not a bad vision. I like that vision a lot. That's clip worthy. I am clipping that. That makes a lot of sense. That would be like the perfect troll moment.
Yes.
Oh my god. Naomi would be trolling Jade. She'd get the upper hand again on Jade. Yeah, no, I think you're onto something. I think you're onto something, Ty.
That's what I want, dude.
I really think you're onto something. That's no. You have me. Yep. No, I think that's it.
The Booker in me. That's the one thing I hope.
That's really good, bro. That's really good.
That's the one thing I hope I pick right, because it would just, like, the shock factor, the backlash because Jade, comes out and finally wins the women's, like this at this for SmackDown, the women's WWE Championship, just for Naomi just to be like, nah, this is my light. I'm on the spotlight's on me. I want it so bad.
And then I'm just gonna pull this up for people to see. So now we have right here the King of the Ring tournament for the men. So clearly we already have Sami Zayn that have moved on. So bottom left, I think you got to go. I don't know. That's a tough one. Bottom left is a tough one.
It is tough, dude.
That is a very tough one. Top right, clearly, I think you got Cody going through. Bottom right, I don't know who the secret, who the surprise entrant is going to be. I'm blocking the surprise entrant, but you have Sheamus, Rusev, Bronson Reed. Those are three beefy men,
monsters, dude,
monsters. So I mean, I don't know.
I kind of hope the bottom left. I want Carmelo Hayes like big time. He won, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. This guy needs like a push. Like he has it. Like every time he's on screen, I love it. Even though the Miz like pisses me off sometimes. I tend to be a Miz hater here and there. He sometimes brings me back in, but like I want this man to go on his own, fly through this tournament a little bit, show off what he's got. The reason why he was the number 1 SmackDown pick last year for the draft. Like, let this guy do what he does.
I don't know. I just, there's so many different ways I feel like you can go with for the men's King of the Ring tournament. So I really want to see Sami now. I want that whole Sami Carrion vibe to play out, but only time will tell.
I'm for it. I would like to see it too. I honestly think Sami deserves it, especially for the guy who's always been, the kicker of a lot of these feuds and matches. So I think he really deserves a huge push, especially through this tournament. So I'm here for it.
I saw something else on X. I don't know exactly who it was, so sorry to whoever put this vision out there, but like you had a vision. Someone had the vision that it's kind of like the Daniel Bryan storyline all over again, to which Sami wins the King of the Ring tournament. He goes on to face Gunther at SummerSlam. He ends up winning, but gets cashed in on instantly, which, I mean, then that would kind of be 2 cash-in victories if we were going with the Jade aspect as well. But then Sami loses instantly and then finally works his way back and wins it at Mania. So shout out to whoever that was. I don't have it up in front of me, but yeah.
Yeah. I think we covered it all. We hit Money in the Bank. We hit Raw. Blake Monroe. We hit a little SmackDown preview. Give us your guys' thoughts on who do you think is going to win King and Queen of the Ring? Who do you want to hoist that crown and head on to SummerSlam to have a World or WWE Championship match? Because this kind of stuff, like, I love it. It's so much fun. It it brings back some nostalgia with the King of the Ring, but also gives some meaning to this. Like I'm super pumped up. I'm excited for when they do the Crown Jewel Championship now. Like I can't wait for this year's. I'm curious to see who's going to be the champions leading into that match. I think when you have these, these like not they're gimmicky matches, but gimmicky championships that help elevate characters, it means the world, and it like gives mid card and like right there to up like near upper card like this moment of breakout. Sorry, I'm ranting, but yeah, give us your thoughts on who you think is going to be King and Queen of the Ring. We appreciate all 279 of you watching and listening at this point. If you look down below, we got a nice WWE Shop affiliate link. So if you want to support us, please use that QR code to shop at www.shop.com. Get some awesome stuff. If an iguana shows up at www.shop.com, and even if it's overpriced and you want to buy that shit, use our QR code, please.
And just real quick, just with the YouTube channel, if you please subscribe, it takes 2 seconds. It helps out the channel immensely. It helps out just views, the algorithms, everything. So any view, any rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever, and then a subscription on YouTube would mean the world.
Yeah. And with that being said, a nice way to end it, Justin. Thank you all for watching, and we will catch you on